the backstage. Oh no.
And we're back here once again for the next episode of A Conversation with Kely. This is episode, I don't know at this point. I stopped keeping track after we got to like the 90-something, as I always say. But we are back here once again. I am here with my lovely and beautiful co-host, Aly. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I just came back from work, and now I'm on days off after working like three long shifts and then a shorter one as well. So
I'm working like every day this week, so that's fun. So anyway, though, we're not here to talk about our work days. That was the last podcast. We're here to get more back into, what we're known for, reality TV stuff, because Ascendance Live is coming back this week. And, we figured with such an amazing cast and with how much people seem to enjoy our coverage last season, we might as well get back into it. But we are not alone because we have to have, one of the experts of Ascendance. They were on Prod at one point. They have such great insight, and we always enjoy having them on. Here they are, Sean Dairo.
Oh my god, that was literally the fastest PM ever done. Literally in the private chat, like, guys, you need to stall real quick. I need to pee. But yes, hi, I'm back. We're again with Ascendance. Oh my god, I am excited to talk about this cast.
Yeah, this cast is really interesting because I feel like the majority of these people we know like really well, especially compared to last time where it's like, I feel like you knew a lot of people, but there were a lot of people we were kind of like, we don't know them as well. This time around, like we've played with a lot of these people. We've interacted with them a lot. I literally just played in a mini that some of these people were in. So like, this is going to be very exciting.
It's so good.
What we're going to do this time around, though, is we're basically going to do a similar format to what we did with BB Can, where we're going to, because everyone has like their own little video and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it. We'll mute when we watch it. Then we'll come back and we'll give our thoughts and we'll just go from there. I think that's probably the best way to go about it because we realize, oh shit, none of us have watched these videos. So we should probably do that before we, make any kind of judgment on how these players are going to do. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Aly, who is the first person that we're watching?
I'm getting them on the thing on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just
we won't get copyrighted, right?
Oh no, we're gonna mute when we watch.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna actually broadcast it and then we'll mute.
No.
We're watching it.
We're just gonna mute and then when we're done, we'll talk about it. That's what we do for BB Can.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
who are we watching first?
It's Wesley. It's Wesley.
Oh, okay. Because I'm on
Wesley
YouTube. I'm just on the YouTube page right now, and it's just I'm just looking through all the videos, and they're all just kind of random.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start with Wesley because he was the first person revealed. So here we go. We're gonna watch Wesley.
All right. Oh, here we go. Got the playlist.
I'm so confused. Oh, here it is.
I can send the video in the private chat if you need me to do that. Okay, Wesley. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pull up Wesley's photo here. Let's talk about Wesley. I don't think Sean's done.
I had a stupid ad.
Oh, I forgot. We have YouTube Premium, so like we don't usually have those.
I mean, if I was watching it on my computer, I have ad blocker, but
okay, Sean, I will let you go first because I know you were very excited to talk about Wesley.
Yes, let's Sean.
Y'all bow down because like Wesley, I had a chance of meeting in person, and they are a delight. He's a delight. Like literally, like also very good at hugs.
Oh.
So meeting, if you ever come across Wesley, give him a big hug because those are really nice. So actually, that was the first time I actually met Wesley, and he talked about it in the video that he used to, run his show Totem Pole, now Penthouse. I actually got the privilege to play that because he hosted it at the meetup, and honestly, such a wonderful host. And I'm excited because I've seen him play in season 1 of Sequester, and like I want to see if anything changed from that because that was years ago. So I'm excited to see his gameplay. Also, like I feel like he also has more knowledge. I'm like looking at this cast. I'm like, who has knowledge on a production level on like what to do when it comes to a live game? And Wesley's the one that sticks out to me.
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, the thing that I was going to say about Wesley is that he has a big advantage that a lot of people don't, in that he's played live games before, but also has hosted his own live game. So he really knows a lot about the ins and outs of it all, and I think that's going to help him a lot. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is he did talk about how he has this tendency to like really push names hard. If other people aren't doing it, he's not going to like that. And I feel like if he plays a little bit too hard early on, they could really take him out for that. They could also kind of come together and be, he also could get in the game and have a lot of connections. I think he does have quite a few coming into this because Keen's played the Penthouse. Who else has played Penthouse?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to stop you right there. Wesley was not part of any production for season 4.
Yeah, that's true. For season 4,
so he doesn't have a connection with
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking at this cast, and I'm like, I don't see anyone having a connection with Wesley as for the personal.
Okay. Well, that's probably good for him then, because
that will be.
He doesn't know most of these people, so it seems like he's going to be really cutthroat. He's going to play hard, and I think that's going to work out for him. I'm just a little bit concerned if he's going to overplay in that way, but we'll have to see. I haven't seen him play before. I really like his energy. I think I like the fact that he says it's just a game and whatnot. So I hope he does well.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page. Like I think he'll do well, but also it could be a little weary, like if he keeps throwing out all these names and people might like compare notes and be like, yeah, we ought to get him out for this because he's playing way too hard. I want him to do well because he obviously seems very fun and energetic, and like he seems like he could be like a villainous kind of player. But yeah, I hope he does well.
My only like thing with Wesley is I mean, Aly, you can attest to this. Playing the org, Ascendance is a very fluid game, and when Wesley stated like he hates people who like ask like, "Oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?" All that stuff. Like, I think that's really gonna hinder him, especially since he's someone who's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, this is the line of sand. We're not, And typically for me, I hate people who are going to come to my face and be like, we're not talking game from now on, because that shows you don't have the fluid in you, the fluid of the game in you to set aside differences. But also sorry.
That's okay.
Oh no, they're just laughing at what I said in the private chat.
Oh.
Um,
Oh my god, that's so
but
funny.
I also think he can go far because he has this personality. He is very likable, and I feel like that will overshadow what a lot of his like hard gameplay.
Mhm.
And I've seen people in orgs. I've hosted people who's done that,
Mhm.
where it's the likability is keeping them in the game, and I think that's what Wesley will
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, he definitely does come across as very likable, and I think a lot of people are going to vibe with him. But if there's anything else we have to say about Wesley, if not, we can move on to the next person. I hope he does really well. All right, so that is Wesley.
Right.
The next person we're going to do here is someone that I'm not quite as familiar with, aside from a game that he literally just played. Next person is Carson.
Carson.
I have to. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, the playlist is like not in order. It's weird.
I think it's because they mixed with the in-house Meet Me and
Oh
the
yeah,
place Meet
yeah,
Me.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let me just pull up the picture.
I did not have an ad this time.
All right, good. So we all finished at the same time. Let's talk about Carson. So I'm going to start off right off the bat. I really like his energy. I like that he's going in pretty much just with the mindset of like, this is just a game. I don't take things too personally and things like that. And he seems to understand that, like, you know, he's more of a newbie. He doesn't, but the problem I have with that is two things. One, I don't think he realizes what he's getting himself into. He does not know Ascendance. He's not familiar with the format. I don't know if he's going to be if he's going to be able to you know, really like if he's going to be able to like figure out the acclimate to this format like quick enough. I also feel like he's kind of expendable because he keeps talking about how like he doesn't have a lot of connections. He's going to go super early. So I don't really know how well he's going to do.
Yeah.
I really like his energy, and his positivity could potentially get him far if he has a really good social game, makes a good impression. But right now, he's kind of just a big question mark to me. Like, that's the way to sum it up. Like, I don't see him. I can't say definitively if he's going to do well or not. I just feel like it could really go either way for him. So that's kind of
honestly, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, he could be very social with people. That could get him far. But like, because he does have like a really fun and energetic personality.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like since he doesn't know Ascendance, it could eat him alive. Like,
yeah,
he could be like one of the first few boots. But I mean, he seems really cool, and I want him to do well. But like, I feel like the only way that happens is if he really like works with people and like bonds with them, and they don't want to target him.
So here I'm like laughing because, you know, on a regular day, scrolling to TikTok, you know, he pops up. I'm like, oh my god, like,
oh my god,
very attractive. I'm like, okay, follow. Next day, go on Facebook. First of all, I see like a cast photo. I forgot what org it was. And this was like months ago, like before
CTC. He played CTC.
Well, no, this was literally months ago before Ascendance was filmed.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, you popped up on my For You page. You play orgs? I did. It was crazy. But that's literally it. Like, I was like, I know Carson because I saw him on TikTok. And like, you know, I don't want to like brag about him, but he is huge on TikTok. He has lots of followers. But I think the struggle with a lot of newbies, just like Kevin said, is knowing what the format is.
Yeah.
It is a very fluid game. It's more direct with the social strategy aspect. And that's like the main thing, you know, Nicole, the creator, wanted to do with Ascendance is to focus on the social and strategy part of the game. And I think with his very energetic personality, I feel like he could go far, but also what I think he's too energetic, which could hinder his game. Because I can tell people, you know, have their little social barrier, and like, you know, too much socializing can be overwhelming. And I think for him, like, I think he can if he tones it down a little bit and like be less extra. But we love being extra. Come on now, like,
oh yeah,
we do
love the personality.
But if he tones it down, I feel like he can make it far.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, so I think we've said all we needed to about Carson. We're going to move on to the next person. Aly, who is the next person we're talking
Our
about?
next person is Ryan.
All right. I don't know him at all, but
yeah, I know, right? Same. I think this is like an actual newbie.
we do love the New Jersey representation. We love that.
Oh, right. I think his computer restarted itself or something.
Interesting. What's new in the Conversation with Kely podcast? Kevin always being snatched by his internet.
You know, right?
But, well, in the meantime, let's talk about
Yeah,
Ascendance.
he texted me his computer crashed.
Okay, well, in the meantime, we'll take a pause on Ryan. We can talk about Ascendance. I mean,
Yeah.
Aly, as someone, as actually all three of us who played Ascendance, like,
Woo.
what would you say your proudest accomplishment playing the game and also like just watching it as a viewer?
My obviously biggest accomplishment. I mean, both times I played that actual org, I sadly didn't make jury, but I definitely did way better my second time playing. And then when I played the first mini, that was the actual only time I made jury. But I'd probably just say like honestly just like how the experience playing because it's so unique, so different. I love the concept, and then obviously just meeting people from this in that community and everything, and obviously doing better than my first season, and also making jury the mini.
Yes. No, I definitely agree. I think my proudest moment. I don't have a proudest moment when I played Ascendance. I was third boot. I would love to return and redeem myself, but I think my proudest moment as a viewer watching Ascendance has to be the fact that like I was in a production team with Matthew and Nicole season 1
Yeah.
through 4.5. And like having to go from orgs to live is a huge accomplishment. And I really like hands down like proud of the Ascendance production team because like you wouldn't expect it. Like you thought it would just be an org and then after like a few seasons they're done. No, they took it up a notch. I'm like, okay, we're taking this live. So huge props to Nicole and Papa. I am proud of, the both of them, especially Nicole. Nicole like was a viewer for Sequester who became now a creator of a org and live game. So like very proud of her. I also like really liked the aspect of Ascendance because like her view as someone who's also like more social and more of the strategic aspect, it can't really do the physical comps. I think the focus of social strategy is way better than having to like, oh my god, I can beast mode to the end. Anyways, Kevin's back.
Well, sometimes you beast mode your way to first boot. So anyway, sometimes you beast mode your way to your internet, shitting on you. So like,
right?
that can also happen.
What,
but
Kevin,
anyway, with that said, Aly,
you gotta play the Wi-Fi before the Wi-Fi plays you.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
That's so good. Okay, Aly, go ahead and give your thoughts on Ryan.
All right. I mean, obviously, like from his intro, I honestly think he could be someone who could just be very like under the radar. He's very new, but he knows the game. So I feel like he could use that to his advantage, just like make bonds and like be very strategic. And I could see him flying under the radar. As of right now, I don't see him winning, but I definitely see him making like, I don't know, top 5, 4-ish. But we'll see. I mean, maybe he won't be that good. I don't know. But I mean, he seems like a very chill guy, very just simple, nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot more laid back, I feel like, compared to quite a few of the people that we've seen so far. And I think that definitely could work out to his advantage. He is definitely new. It seems like he's played more than we thought, probably just not like in our side of the community. That's why we don't recognize him that much. But the one thing he does, the one thing I think he does have going for him is that while he's new, he's not necessarily new to Ascendance. He's watched it play out. So he does know the game to an extent. I don't know if that's going to translate well. It could be like it could be the same thing as like, oh, we got a super fan playing Big Brother, but it doesn't translate as well. That could definitely be an issue for him. The one issue I definitely do see him having is that he talked about how if someone comes in with like a really big personality or they're really likable, he's going to want to go for them immediately.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
I could see a scenario where right off the bat, he tries to go for someone who is a little bit on the louder side, and that person just has a better grip on the game, and he ends up going because of it. So I could very well see that happening. Or because of the fact that he's more reserved, it could work out in his favor because of the fact that people wouldn't be expecting him to push names as hard. So I'm not really sure. I think that he definitely does have some potential. I think, he talked about how he talked about, some things that he's done before, and I think that could potentially help him. I think I have a little bit more confidence in him than Carson, but at the same time, I don't know him like at all, so I don't really know like how he plays and whatnot. So yeah, I hope he does well. That's what I would say. Sean, what do you think?
So I have to disagree.
Okay.
Because of one word he said, instigate. I don't think he will play under the radar. I think because he did say if there was two sides, he will instigate it. I think
that's true.
When it comes to instigating, you put more spotlight. You put more spotlight to you. So I feel like if he actually does instigate a lot of things, it will come up.
Oh no. He didn't even
Aly, I didn't know you were playing.
I don't know what happened there.
What just happened?
Anyways, while Kevin fixes that, I will continue talking. I
promise I'll fix it. You go ahead.
I don't think if he actually does instigate a lot of things, I think it will bite him in the ass. My other concern is I can already see him and Wesley not working together.
Yeah.
And that does not work for my boy Wesley. And as far as like how I think Ryan will do, I honestly think Ryan might either make it close to the merge, aka literally right before the merge he gets booted, or he makes the merge but in early merge boot.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm so sorry to the cast if you end up when you watch this, and I'm being as blunt as I can be. But I honestly don't, like, I agree with Aly. I don't see him winning.
No,
it's not giving me he's not giving me winner material. But
especially compared to the rest of this cast.
Yeah, but I do want him to prove me wrong when I watch the episode.
Same.
Or not the episode, the seasons. Or not the seasons, the season. Anyways, that's all I have for Ryan. I'm so sorry, Ryan. Listen. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Ryan's someone that we don't really know like how he plays at all. So he could go in there and play completely different than we think. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how Ryan turns out. The next person we're talking about, though, is another person that I'm not super familiar with, but I hope that he does well, and that is Christopher.
Do you never mind.
I think I played an org with him.
I was gonna say, do you want to have his photo up while we do it? So
we can do that.
Yeah.
And I won't switch to Aly by accident this time.
That was really funny.
All right, so I guess I'll start with this one since I introduced him. I was very impressed by this interview. I gotta say, I don't really know Christopher all that well. I haven't really seen him play games before, but what I got from this from this little video he did is a couple things. One, I think the under the radar game that he's going to play, he talked about how in another game there were like really big personalities, and he kind of came up short because he wasn't playing as loudly as them. He was a lot more under the radar, and he kind of got eaten alive. I think it's actually going to work to his benefit in this game. I think that he's going to come across as someone who's just really likable, someone who's just kind of here for vibes and things like that, but secretly he's going to be doing a lot of strategic work, and I think he's going to do a really good job when it comes to that. It seems like he has a really good handle on how to play this game. He's played season 1 before, but he's not as well known, I think, as some other people, so I think that's also going to work in his favor for sure. I think the other thing that's really going to work well for Christopher is that he talks about how he's going to be the one like pulling the strings in a sense, and he also said he views himself as this anti-hero of sorts, which it's really good to kind of go in the game like that, because he doesn't have this whole thing where it's like, I gotta be the nice guy all the time. Like, he's willing to be very cutthroat, and I think that's definitely going to work in his favor. I do see him going very far in this game. I really like what I'm seeing from him in this video. If he plays the way I think he's going to, I do see him going quite far. So I was impressed by what I saw.
Honestly, I think he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I can see him getting along with everyone, being super social, but also, I can see him doing really well with, challenges and also being, and the strategy as well. He can be I could see him being a triple threat. I could see him making it far, but as of right now, I don't know if he could possibly win. I could see him maybe coming up short, maybe third. But we'll see. I'm really excited to watch him because I think I did play at least 1 or 2 orgs with him. I'm trying to remember.
Oh wow!
But yeah, he's really cool, and I definitely think he's gonna do really well. And I'll be shocked if he's an early boot, honestly.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I was very impressed by his intro for sure.
Yeah.
So first off, I like to order a venti iced macchiato with cream and a lot of caramel drizzle on top. Thank you. I'll be taking that whenever. But I've seen Chris in the org community here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know how he plays. I know he played season 9, as he mentioned it.
Oh, season 9. Okay, I heard season 1. I am very.
I was about to type him season 1, honey. I don't. I don't remember him from season 1.
I misheard him, so I'm glad you clarified that. Season 9, okay.
And he was right. There was big personalities in that season, and he was cut short from the jury. I think if he honestly plays the same game that he played in org, but tweaked it a little bit, I see him making to the jury. He has a very likable personality. Also, he can make people fucking drinks. Get them coffee. Them caffeine, because I know there's going to be a comp where you have to stay up all night. They did it in season 1. So, so if he does that, I think he does make it far. Do I see a winner potential? I don't know. I think with a lot of newbies in this cast, who's never played a live game, I don't see as a winner potential unless they prove me wrong. But as someone who is a veteran of the org, he has that experience. He knows how Ascendance works, but with the aspect of having it being live is probably going to be, a hinder towards the game, his game. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I see him making the merge. I just don't know if it's early merge he'll go out or mid merge.
All right. So I think that's everything we need to say about Christopher. We're going to move on to our next person, someone that I actually do know, but I'm not the person introducing this next person. Who are we talking about, Aly?
All right. This next one is, I've never played with her, but I obviously know her from the community. This is Melissa, or Missy.
Oh, shit. completely forgot to watch her video. I was like waiting to talk about her.
Yeah, we need to
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
With her, I honestly have like really good vibes about her in this for this game. I can see her being extremely social with everybody, and just like she's just a very likable person, and she's just authentically herself. Like she said, she's just a normal person. I can see her just bonding and clicking with people really really easily, and she's someone that I can see like nobody wants to go for her, and she could possibly make it to the end. Maybe win, maybe second place, who knows. I mean, maybe someone won't click with her, I don't know, but I feel like she honestly could make it really far just because of her like normal genuine self, and she's just a really nice person. I don't know, I think she'll do really well.
So remember that time I played Ascendance? I got first boot. Yeah, Melissa was on that cast. So I actually do know her kind of well, know her for like a round, but she's a very nice person. Really enjoyed the one round I got to play with her. And I definitely did see her from the beginning as like, this is someone who's very likable. This is someone who people are really going to want to work with. And I do remember her going out because of like what she said. But what I like about this video is it seems like she's learned from that since. She knows that she cannot go as hard early on. She needs to be a little bit more low key. She needs to really just like be social in that way, but also like have in the back of her mind knowing what to do. So I see that as like, if she's able to do that, I do see her getting a lot farther this time around. I don't know how far she's going to get. I see her at least making like top 8. That's where I see her. I think she's going to make merge. I think she's going to be in at least the early merge, but I don't know if she's going to make it past like 8th or 7th. But I do see her doing a lot better this time around. It seems like she has a better grasp of like a firmer grasp of like what she really needs to do in order to succeed in the game. So I hope that's the case because like I said, I think she's a very likable presence. I think she's someone that people are naturally going to gravitate towards. It's really just going to come down to, has she truly learned from her mistakes the last time around, or is she going to fall into the trappings of similar things? So we'll have to see. But I'm definitely rooting for her. I love my season 8 alum, even if I was first boot and don't know some of them that well.
My first question is, I want to know what name she threw out in season 8 because, we'll talk about a certain person later on who also played the same season as her. So, like, if it was that person that we will talk about later on, then that could possibly hinder her game. I do agree with both of you, especially Kevin, as someone who's played with her in the York series. I really hope she does learn and like fix what she did wrong in season 8 and now. I think being someone who, in a business esque profession, I think that will definitely help her in a live game because like she can actually like articulate things the way that she wants it to go. And like, yeah, I am rooting for her. She's a queen. Never had much interaction with her, but like placement wise, I have to also agree with Kevin. I think maybe 7th or 8th. I feel like she'd be the new. I feel like she'd be the new Stephanie of like orgs.
That's a good comparison. Yeah,
that is a good one. Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I want her to do well. Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, so I think we've said all we need to about Melissa. We're going to move on to someone else that I actually do know, and that is Drew, who has one of the longer videos. So let's go.
Does he? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like 8 minutes. We're going to be here for 3 hours.
Ooh, excuse me. Jesus Christ.
Damn, that was as long as a Kevin Falk confessional. No, I'm no, in all seriousness. Yeah, so Drew is someone that, like I said, I have played with him before. We played together in the Ghosts of the Past mini. And
what's that?
I don't know. No, he did really well in it, though. I think he didn't have the greatest jury management, but he did do really well in terms of how he played. And I usually do see Drew do pretty well in games. Most of the time when he's in the game, he gets pretty far. And I do think when it comes to this game, like, he knows what he needs to do. I just don't know if he's going to do well in a live format. I think that could potentially hinder him. But I definitely am rooting for him. I think he's going to do pretty well. He's really good at being strategic, but he also is really good at, I think, just getting on your good side. Something about Ghosts of the Past is that he connected with me very well in that game. Like, most of our conversations were just very most of our conversations that were very just we're not game related, and I think that he was definitely someone that I wasn't going to go for a while. I did end up throwing a vote on him because I heard there was a possibility that his name was out there that round, and I think he ended up voting me out that round. But he definitely did play a really good game, and I think I could definitely see him getting far here. So yeah, I think he's gonna do well.
I definitely see him being super strategic. That's I can see that being his strong suit. Yeah, I can definitely see something's hindering him where people are probably gonna be yeah, he's very smart. We got to get him out soon. I don't see him being first boot, but I can see him being maybe second, third, somewhere around there, maybe fourth. Just because people are going to be very threatened by him. I want him to do well. He seems very likable and and everything like that. Seems very fun and a good player. But I also see that hindering him. I the strategy part. I can definitely see them really catching on to him and his game and everything. So that could really hurt him. I want him to do well. Hopefully he does great. Obviously I love to be surprised, so we'll see.
I also played with him in Ghosts in the Past.
I literally forgot you were in that.
Unfortunately, I did get first boot. We don't talk about Ghosts in the Past, but they should honestly do a Ghosts in the Past too. With the newer cast,
they could. And bring you back.
No, you don't have to bring me back, Matthew and Nicole. You don't have to. I don't want to relive that moment of me getting first boot. I've never been first boot ever since nope. Listen, I've been second, third, boot, fourth, never first until that game happened.
I've been first boot 3 times.
First of all, look at that face. Who does not want to work with that face?
True.
Tell me your skin routine, because skincare. Listen. Second, I think his social game really benefits him.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he's how do I describe him?
I don't know.
Not everyone's gonna know this person, but I think he's an Aaron Malley.
Oh, yeah.
Where he tries to connect and finds a way to connect with someone where on a personal level, you have him there. And I do adore his loyalty. Because he said that I will ride or die with someone. As far as gameplay, I do definitely see him going far. I know, Kevin, you said he had terrible jury management and Ghosts in the Past, so hopefully
he really did.
Because I see him being a jury threat. If he can connect with people on a personal level and all those people make it to the jury phase and bloop 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 one of them into the jury, I really hope he does it more in a sense that goodbye, I'll see you later kind of thing. But I do see him going far. I'm really excited to see the next person because I'm.
Same.
All right. So I think we've said all we needed to about Drew. We're going to move on to someone that all of us know pretty well.
This person, oh gosh. When I saw this person's cast, so excited. You love him. You love the hot girl himself. It's hot girl Chris.
Yes.
I love that they included hot girl, not just Chris.
It's so good.
They know. They know.
You hear that, Billy Stevens? You hear that? Oh, I don't know if they made it to that part of the video yet, but
oh, I wasn't done. Okay, who wants to start?
if I'm being honest, I do skip the last part. Like, why should I review a question? I do skip.
Oh, okay.
Like, especially people I know, like I purposely skip that because, like,
yeah,
hot go Chris. How could you not?
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so excited that he was cast. He's just like an incredible player and a person, and like honestly, I mean, I'm sure like we all just have like high hopes for him. Like I can definitely see him making a far. I can see him winning. He's probably gonna be good at comms, strategy. He's definitely like social. He's a super likable person. Everyone like who doesn't like him, honestly. I'm just so fucking excited to see him.
Sean, go ahead.
So I've never really fully on interacted with Hot Girl Chris, but Hot Girl Chris, if you just say HTC to someone, they'd be like, period. They're very well known in the org community. I did apply for the org that they're a part of, that they're in production in, and like even in that time, like I adore Hot Girl Chris. Like also, you gotta represent Virginia. Come on now, like even though I'm not from here, gotta represent Virginia. Hot Girl Chris has that very bad bitch energy, whereas like I see him going far. I know he doesn't have the Ascendance experience as far as playing it, but yeah, like he said, he's watched the org progress. He knows or is familiar with the format. Placement, I do think he could potentially be in the single digits. I just don't know which one. Maybe first. But I think that's just me saying because I'm very biased about Hot Girl Chris. I adore Hot Girl Chris. I love Hot Girl Chris. So for the haters out there who don't like Hot Girl Chris, stop hating.
Yeah, I mean, Hot Girl Chris, like you see him on a cast, you see him in a game, you're probably going to root for him because I just feel like he has such a infectious personality just from that video alone, like him just talking constantly about just like the kind of person he is, like wearing shirts on his head, things like that. There's so much to love when it comes to Hot Girl Chris, and I feel like similar to what you said, Sean, even though he doesn't have the Ascendance experience, he knows the game. He's been watching, and so I think he's going to be able to adapt pretty quickly to the format, and I think because of that, I do see him making it really fucking deep in this game. I don't know specifically what placement he's going to get. I don't see a world where he doesn't make single digits. I just don't see that happening. I don't see him going super early. I don't see him going early jury. I see him being somewhere that's there for the long haul because this is someone that's going to give his fullest to the game. I think he's going to bond really well with people. I think he's going to have probably one of the best social games of the entire cast. I just think he seems ready to play, and I think he's gonna fucking kill it this season. So he's definitely a possible winner pick for me for sure. Hot Girl Chris, very excited to see him play this game, taking all of the biases that we have out of there because we know him and we adore him as a person, as a player, all that stuff. Apply to Triumph as well. His game apply to that. There are new apps open currently for this.
Apply
to that. But taking that out of the equation, I just think he's going to do really well. So very excited to see Hot Girl Chris play. Sticking with people that we know, we move on to the next person here, and that is Erica.
Woo.
Queen.
And finally, a shorter video.
She's 29.
All right.
So can we talk about how she mentioned that like she's really excited, she'd be really excited to see someone from her alliance in the game, and Christopher, who was in her alliance, is in the game? Like,
it's so funny.
Is it that Chris? I was wondering.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because she played that season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, that definitely is interesting. I think those two are probably gonna try to work together. Here's the thing about Erica is that she's a really fucking good strategic player. She's someone who always seems to like, you know, have her ducks in a row when it comes to like people on her side and things like that. It always seems like she is on like the right side of like the votes and whatnot. The problem is she's very easy to clock, and that's exactly what happened to her in Ghosts of the Past. She ended up going out early in that, because of the fact that people saw that she was a big threat. So I'm worried that that could potentially happen to her again, and she could end up going semi-early because of it. Or she's able to thrive and she gets really far in this game. I think either one is a possibility for her. I think that no matter what happens, she's going to leave some kind of impact on this season. I think she's definitely someone to watch out for. We're definitely going to be talking about her. She's going to be heavily involved within the game, playing very actively. I just don't know like how well she's going to do. I see her, if she goes early, I think she's going to probably be like last pre-merge. If she goes merge, I think she's going to be like, I don't know, I can see her like 7th or 6th. Like that's where I see her going.
I honestly like, I kind of agree with you in that sense. But like I can see her being super strategic because she definitely has that personality, that vibe, and I can see you just being very like kind to everybody and just like maybe I can see her being like very caring towards everyone too. Just like if they need to like talk about anything personal and things like that. But like game wise, I can definitely see her working with Chris. Christopher, that's definitely pretty obvious because of that.
Yeah. Maybe Drew as well, because they're also from this, because like they also played the same season.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think I see her making it maybe like first juror, second juror, then like that's where people will really clock her. I don't really see her being pre-merge, but we'll see. Maybe last, but I definitely see her being like a first, second juror kind of thing. But I want her to do well because she's a very likable person, and yeah, I'm excited.
Do y'all hear my fan?
I heard something.
A little bit.
Do you hear that?
And now I do. Now that you mentioned it.
God damn, it's so hot in my room. The freaking AC doesn't circulate well. So
try working in a fucking restaurant where the AC doesn't work.
Listen, at least you're a little skinnier than me, okay?
It's getting fixed Tuesday though, at least. So there's that.
Yeah, didn't you say those were supposed to get fixed like weeks ago?
Yeah, they came by and they're like, "Oh, we got to get a new part." So it's getting fixed Tuesday.
Anyways, Erica. So I recently got to watch her game in CTC.
Yes.
And I can say, when I look at her face, the one word that comes to mind is calculated.
Yes.
I think she was very calculated.
That's a good way to describe her.
When you mentioned that she's very strategic, I can also see that. I also played with her in Ghosts of the Past. But I think with her personality being, you know, like a low-key, chill, that's vibe, I see her going far. You said she gets clocked easily, so I feel like she doesn't have a good poker face. She even mentioned like if she saw anyone in her line, she has to hide, like try to hide her emotions. So I feel like her poker face will probably tip other players off if she sees anyone that was in her lines. I do agree with like Aly being like an early boot, Erica being not an early boot, but like an early merge boot. That's what I meant. It's also 3 a.m. when we're doing this, so
it is.
Right.
We're not even close to done.
No, we're not.
Getting there, but
I want her to do well. I know she made it 4th her original season. I want her to bypass that. 3rd, 2nd, maybe 1st. But with this so far, with what we watched with the cast, I think there's going to be a lot of roadblocks to get there.
Yeah, so that's all we need to say about Erica. The next person is someone else that we do know. Aly's going to introduce the next one.
All right. The next person is Kennedy.
Oh my god.
Who wants to start?
You know what? I'll start this.
Okay.
My favorite thing, and all I can say after this, my favorite thing is the um I'm not gonna say who it is because you don't deserve the attention, and then it switches. Favorite moment of the video.
Oh yeah.
And then other than that, is good luck.
Yeah, I don't see her doing well. I'll be honest. I don't see her doing well at all. I think that there are two glaring flaws just from this video. Her talking about how like outspoken she is and things like that. I think is going to be a problem for her because she's not going to be able to hold back. People are going to say, what do you think of this person? She's going to be brutally honest, and they're going to go to that person and she's going to go. But then I also see, you know, she talks about how, you know, she's very messy and things like that. And that could also be a big problem for her. I don't see her getting super far. I don't know when she's going to go, but I don't think that this is going to go well.
Yeah, no, I can see her being a first, second boot at most. Like, I feel like once some people in the cast see that she's playing, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we got to go for her now."
Yeah, she's good at comps. There's that.
Yeah, she's good at comps, but that's it.
Yeah,
she's terrible socially.
yeah,
She's not that great strategically.
yeah.
So, like, the only way I could see her possibly staying in the game is because of her comp wins, but I don't see her making it far at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's all we need to say about.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
The reason why I only said good luck is because one, look, and I know this is not typically what people usually do in orgs or even live games, is look at the age range.
Oh yeah.
He's the only teenager in the cast.
That's true.
So, as far as personality, as far as trying to actually connect with people, you know, typically you connect more well with your close age range. And
Right.
she's the outlier of this cast. And I can say that.
This is not the cast for her.
And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next person. The next person we're talking about, I don't know at all. I don't think any of us know at all. It's another Jake, but it's not a Jake that we are overly familiar with. So let's watch Jake.
All right.
Who has one of the shorter videos.
All right.
So I'll go first with this one.
Okay.
So I will say the one thing about him, that I think he definitely is someone that comes across as likable. He definitely wants to win. I think he is going to play hard. That being said, there are two big things that I'm very worried about when it comes to Jake. One of them is that I think that he's going to have a problem with not having as many connections. He talked about that. He said he's worried about connections, and I don't think that he's going to have the connections that some other people are. There's a possible like Mayhem Manor connection, but who knows if they played like the same season or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's a concern. The other big concern I have is something he said right at the end where he talks about how, I don't go with the house very often, and normally that blows up my game. I feel like it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like that's what's going to happen to him here, that he is going to make a really bad move and it's going to like be catastrophic for him, and then he's going to go. So I don't see him going super far. I think he probably is going to get pre-merge. I don't think he's going to go first, but I think he's going to be like one of the first like 4 or 5 people out. I just don't see him doing super well. I think, like I said, he definitely seems likable. He definitely seems like he wants to play, but just him saying that one thing, especially if he does it like early on, I could definitely see that being a detriment to his game. So I don't see him doing that well, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I hope he proves me wrong.
Yeah, honestly, same. I'm in the same boat there. Like he seems likable. He seems really nice and fun and everything, but like I don't see him being first boot, but I definitely see him being, a pre-merger. Like if he keeps on voting against the house, I can see that like really being a detriment to his game, where people will be like, they're gonna catch on and be like, oh yeah, he's shady, we got to get him out like next. So I feel like that could happen to him. But I mean, yeah, I want him to prove me wrong. He seems like a good, genuine guy. I'm excited.
Waits for them to finish eating.
Wait, I thought your your internet went out again.
No.
The worst thing I'm eating is actually saltine crackers, so it's
yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Oh, my apologies. Anyways,
you're fine. I'm eating too.
When I saw Jake, I was like, wait a minute. You look familiar. Where have I watched you? Where have I seen you? And then he mentions Mayhem Manor. And then he mentions Mayhem Manor again. And I'm like, okay, this is where I see you. Because I used to actually watch when Mayhem Manor would do their things. I would watch when they go live. And I'm like, oh my God, that's where I see you. And then I saw, and then more that I think about, I'm pretty sure we're friends on Facebook, but never interacted. Which is 50% of my Facebook friends, where I'm friends with you, but we've never interacted. And I think I saw a photo of him on The Price is Right. I do agree with a lot of things you guys said, but stupid fucking I think his I feel like he's gonna mesh well with a lot of people, but also if he starts doing the strategy that he wants to do, is not going with the house, especially in the early stages of Ascendance, he's definitely not gonna go far. I typically see Ascendance as I feel like every org is a two-parter. You have to go with the flow early stages of Ascendance, or even any org. Well, Ascendance and Survivor, I would say. You have to be a follower. I think you have to be a follower in the early stages, well, the pre-merge stage, because of the fact that like Ascendance is such a highly fluid game where if you do one bad move, whether it's a tiny thing, that will open up a new doorway for you to get targeted faster. So I really hope he doesn't I hope he doesn't go against the house, because that's probably what's going to get him out of the game as soon as that happens. Because literally no one cares. Once you reach the jury phase, no one cares about the pre-merge. No offense to anyone who gets pre-merged.
Oh, yeah.
But like the jury phase is where the game actually starts. you use the I don't know. In my opinion, I see the pre-merge as like you use it to benefit your social game more. Did Kevin loses? Did Kevin?
Oh, yeah, it froze for like a second.
But yeah, that's basically what I have to say about.
I was like staring at the screen, like, oh no, they're both frozen. This is not good. Yeah, so I think that's all we need to say about Jake. We're gonna move on to someone else that I don't think we know.
I do.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Person.
Okay, Aly, go ahead.
All right, this is Thomas.
All right. I'm going to let both of you go first because I don't know this person at all. Whichever one of you wants to go first.
All right. I mean, I thought this was a strong intro. I mean, I don't see him winning per se, but I do see him maybe at least making jury, maybe like 7th, somewhere on there, 7th, 8th. He just seems like a very nice person. Well, obviously, I know who he is. Why have I not close to him? I know, obviously, I've seen him in the community and stuff like that.
Have you played anything with him?
I don't remember, but I know something. But anyway, yeah, I can definitely see him making it pretty far. Just I can see him being very social with people, just getting along with people and things like that. I mean, yeah, he doesn't at the moment. He doesn't give me winner vibes, but I don't see him making it. Like, I don't see him leaving free jury, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. Just like I feel like he's gonna give me like 7th, 8th place vibes.
So I've interacted with Thomas, not a lot, but like he was part of an old friend group when we did like our little theme nights, prom to exact.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's how you know him. Okay.
He was very fun. He was easy to talk to. He's very outgoing. But I think he was a little reserved because there was a lot of people. But at the same time, once you actually like let him like settle down, he gets outgoing. There's 2 things that really struck out. One, he did mention he is a very fluid person, and that's what I like about a player is being fluid. Not throwing shade at anyone in the orc community, but I like someone who's very fluid. Anyways. I like that he's fluid. Like he said, he was fluid. I feel like he's also going to be very. I feel like he's going to maneuver himself really well. I do disagree that with what Aly said that 7th, 8th place. He did mention that he went to law school. So I feel like with him knowing, stuff about, I don't know anything about law school or anything like that. So like I
Pro
feel
bono, I don't know. That's something that involves law, so we'll just go with that.
So like I feel like he actually, like what I said about Melissa, is I feel like he can actually articulate the game moves that he can. What am I Englishing? I feel like he can articulate the things that he wants to do.
It's 3:30 in the morning.
Exactly. I feel like he can do that. If he makes it to the end, I feel like he will actually articulate his game pretty well to the jury. I do see him making it farther than what Aly says because of that reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Thomas really at all. I have not seen him before this video, but I mostly liked this this intro interview, whatever you want to call it. I think he did a pretty good job like explaining how he usually plays. I actually think him being a bit reserved is probably going to work to his favor because when he latches onto people, it's going to be that much more genuine because he's not someone who's going to come across as like, super sociable, things like that. But then when people like talk to him one-on-one, they're probably going to feel really good with Thomas. And I think that's going to turn out really well for him. I definitely see him getting far. I think that him being fluid is really good in Ascendance because Ascendance is one of the most fluid games out there. It's constantly changing every single round. And that's something that Thomas is going to do a really good job with. I think he's going to make connections with people. He's going to keep finding people that he can scoop up and work really closely with. And I think it's going to get him pretty far. I see him at least getting top 5. I do agree with Sean. I see him getting at least top 5 just based on this video. Like I said, I haven't seen him before, but like out of the people that I don't know as well, he's probably the person I have the most confidence in. I really like what I'm getting from, him and Chris, I would say, are the people I have the most confidence in. I definitely think he is going to do really well in this game. So I like what I'm seeing from Thomas. think that's all we need to say about him. The next person is someone else that we know. Did I do the last one, or was it you?
I did.
Okay, so the next one is Eric.
Okay, before we start, I'll start the video. Did he play any recent orgs?
Yeah, he played CTC.
Yeah.
He got runner-up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that Eric.
Oh.
All right.
All right, so I will start because I know Eric probably the best out of the three of you. I first knew Eric through this Duplicity mini I played last year, and everybody was sheeping this guy. Everybody like knew what this guy was doing. They knew how hard he was playing, and he got all the way to the end and he won. And that is the thing I will say about Eric is that what he talks about in the Meet Me about like he goes hard, he doesn't hold back, he you know. He's not someone that's just going to sit back and let other people do his work. He fucking means it. Like Eric Broden plays really fucking hard and he does a really good job with that. The problem is, you know, when he's playing hard, like he's very easy. It's kind of similar to Erica where like he's very easy to clock, and I could see that being an issue for him in this game. I think he's going to go in wanting to play really hard, wanting to be this, you know, mastermind of sorts. And I don't know if it's really going to work out for him. He also talks about how, like, you know, I don't want people to be like easily attached to me and things like that. And so that could also be a problem. I know when he played CTC, he had really bad jury management, and that's why he ended up losing, even though he pretty much ran that entire game from what I understand. I am going to make a bold prediction here that him and Carson probably end up working together because I know they were very close in CTC. So I'm going to make a bold prediction that that's probably going to end up happening. But yeah, with Eric, I don't know if he's going to do that well because I just feel like people are going to catch on to him very quickly and he's not going to be able to make it. But if they don't, then he's making it to the end because that's just the kind of player that Eric is. It's either they figure it out quickly and he goes early, or they don't, or maybe they do and they just sheep him. I hope that's not the case because that's boring. I don't want to see that. I want to see Eric play hard, and I want to see him either get caught for it or play hard and deserve the win because I think that could happen for him.
Yeah, I honestly like see him making it really far as well. Like I see him being like, yeah, I can see him playing super hard and like kind of aggressive at points, but like working out for him. And like, yeah, I definitely see like nobody really catching on to his game, but I don't see him like making it to the end. I feel like what would happen is like he would get to like final 4 or 3, and then they're like, okay, yeah, we got to cut you now because you're gonna win.
I actually think that might be the most likely outcome.
Yeah, but like I'm excited to see him play because like from what I've like heard about him and stuff, he's like this really good player. Hopefully he has good jury management, but obviously, yeah, I definitely see him being cut at 3 or 4. But I'm really excited to see him play because I feel like he's gonna go really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know Eric like that. I don't know his game. So piggybacking on what y'all been saying, if he does go far and people like sheep him, it's going to be such a boring season. So I hope no one does that. Especially in a game that's very fucking fluid. In a game where it's fluid, I don't understand why people are freaking, being followers,
Yeah, no.
Ascendance is not the game to be a follower in, unless it's the premier stage. But and then with the whole like Carson and him working, I also do see like again what Kevin's been saying, if they do work together, I actually do I see that happening. They play the same season of CTC.
But also, I know they're like super close now, so
but also if we're realistically looking at it, they filmed it before they played CTC. So
yeah.
We don't know if that's actually true or not.
Yeah,
we really are saving the best for last.
We are. And so did Ascendance.
Yeah. Anyways, I forgot what I was gonna say. Guess it was that important. Yeah, no, can't remember. I do apologize, Eric. I do see you going far, but I don't have anything else.
All right. Well, what's great about most of the people remaining is that we know most of the people that are left here. Aly's going to introduce the next person.
So excited for this one.
All right. So excited for her. When I saw she was cast, I'm like, oh, what a queen. This is Taisha.
Queen.
Yes, Nashville.
All right.
I love her. Like, honestly, she's literally like one of my winner picks, honestly. Like when I've seen her play games, she tends to make it far or to the end, like most of the time. So honestly, like her getting eliminated would just be a complete robbery because like she's so likable and she's fun and she's sweet and smart and strategic. She's just like the whole package, and I just have very high hopes for her.
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I fucking adore Taisha. I had the pleasure of getting to play a game with her earlier this year. We don't talk about the game, but she was an absolute joy to get to talk to. Loved getting to work with her for the time that I did. The thing about Taisha, I think there are two things that she's really good at. One, she has such a good social game. You talk to her for a little bit and she's able to just kind of pull you in, and immediately you see her as someone you want to work closely with. You want to, you see her as like one of your top allies in the game. I think that's something she's going to do really well. But the other thing that she said she's really good at is adapting. And I would agree. I think she's very good at the adapting thing. I think that's something that she's going to do really well within this game. I think that especially in a game like Ascendance, I mean, she nearly won her last time she played. And that's definitely something that is going to work in her favor and it also was the most recent season. So it's pretty fresh in her memory when it comes to like how to play the game. I don't know when this is filmed, but I would assume it was filmed pretty shortly after that season. Two, I think the other thing that's going to work really well for her is that because of the fact that things are like constantly changing in Ascendance and her having that great social capital already within the game, most likely, she's going to be able to get a lot more people on her side. And I do see her making it really far, possibly to the end. Definitely one of my winner picks for sure. I think she's going to go really far in this game. I think the only worry is that there are going to be some people on the cast that do know how she plays because they played with her before. But I think that's something she's going to be able to avoid. I think that there is a possibility that could hurt her game. But I think Taisha, again, she's someone who's so good socially. She can get herself out of sticky situations like that. So I see her doing super well.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Taisha. Queen, icon, legend, moment, everything you could think of. So I had the pleasure to host Taisha.
Yes.
From the game that we don't speak about. Watching her game in that org was really shocking because she was also playing Ascendance at the time too.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And finding out that she got third, I was like, damn, because like watching her play the other org she was in, I'm like, damn, you didn't win. I mean, obviously she got cut third because she was a threat.
Yeah.
Her social game, impeccable. I think.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Everyone in the cast, she probably has the best social game. 2, her adaptability, amazing. I really think that like since Ascendance is a more of a fast-paced type of game, she is able to maneuver herself really well. 3, strategically, she's very strategic. Why? Yeah. Because like, okay, when I hosted her in org that's not supposed to be said, she was very strategic about the information she receives. She's not a player where she just goes to another person like, okay, this is what I just got. Like, what do we do? Like, she actually holds in information and uses it at basically the right times. 4, she is hella good at fucking endurance challenges.
Oh, yeah.
Any endurance challenge that pops up this season, I'm pretty sure she's gonna win. 4, I just like whoever she ends up being like a number 1 with, she's good at bouncing ideas off of. She's not someone where she'll just take the idea and run with it. She's like, okay, no, we can't do that, or like, is there something else that we could have done? Like, I've watched her in a lot of calls and and blank, where she the only reason why she got eliminated so early in the merge stage was due to fucking not technicalities. She was it was damage control. Like if it wasn't, this person was safe, that's why she got out. I do her seeing her actually making it far.
Yeah,
potentially winning. She is, again, like both of you, one of my winner picks. And I just love Taisha so much. You gotta root for her.
Yes.
If you're not rooting for Taisha, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, why are you watching? Why are you watching this
Right?
season? She's definitely
You need to root for her.
Honestly, you do.
I'm
Okay, so we're gonna go from someone that we know pretty well to someone that I don't know who this person is.
I don't know.
We're talking about next. No offense to them. We're gonna talk about Paul.
Paul.
One of the shorter intros, so we love that.
We're gonna talk about Paul after we watch the video. Did you peep the typo?
Who are you rooting for in season 3? I don't know. I don't know about this guy. Here's the thing. I'll say this right off the bat. I think he definitely seems like he wants to play. I think there are just two problems that I'm seeing. One, he talks a lot about how, I'm going to be the funny guy. I'm going to be the one that makes everyone laugh. I'm going to be likable. How does, his jokes, I don't know if people are going to really enjoy them. I don't know if it's going to, I feel like that could be something that could annoy a lot of people. Two, I look at this cast. I don't know who he works with. I don't know who vibes with Paul, who is someone that connects with Paul. I just don't feel like he has much of a shot. To be honest with you, if I had to pick a first boot, it's Paul. It is. That's what I'm thinking right now. I feel like this guy just doesn't really fit on this cast, and I hope I'm proven wrong. Maybe his strategy works out really well. I don't know. I didn't really get much from him here. I do love his cast photo. I'll say that. I love his cast photo as someone else who did the thing for a cast photo. But right now, he's going early.
Yeah, honestly, like I didn't get much from this intro. He seems nice, I guess. Just his answers were just very vague, and like, yeah, I don't know who he could work with. I feel like his jokes and his like funny like personality could like really be hit or miss with people.
Yep.
Some people might like it. Some people will probably be annoyed. Yeah, I don't. He just gives like major first boot vibes. Like, I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but as of right now, I don't have high hopes for him. Yeah.
Sorry, Paul, if you're watching. You seem like a nice person.
Yes, you seem nice, and your photo is great.
Yes.
So first things first, before I talk about Paul, who did it better?
I was about to do a side by side.
Yes, king.
So who did it better? Second,
I don't know. Maybe he'll get 8th place.
I would have to say I have to agree to disagree because like if I was in the season and I met Paul, I feel like I would gravitate towards him. And honestly, like with my gameplay, I do gravitate towards the weirder the outlier players in the game. And do I necessarily see him as a first boot? No. Do I see him as an early boot? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With this crowd, I do see a lot of minor pre-existing connections, but also like I feel like half of this cast that we've already seen are game players. Like I feel like he did mention like, oh, he's willing to do this, he's willing to do that, but is he actually going to? Because half the time when people say things in their Meet Me videos, it's the opposite outcome when the actual game happens.
He seems very passive.
He does.
Yeah, like I do want to see if he actually does make jokes or make those one-liners and stuff like that. Like I actually want to see if they're good. They can make me laugh. If not, then honestly, Paul, it's a no for me, dog. I'm so sorry if you're, when you're watching this. I do apologize. I think you're a great guy. You seem likable. I just don't know if this is the right fitting cast for you, though. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he would do better in a cast that was a little bit less like big personalities, and they were more low key. If they were a little less like game body and things like that, I think he'd do better with that. But with this cast that has a lot of experience, has played a lot of games.
I mean, he has live experience. He's played Survivor Buffalo, and I did recognize him when he mentioned it. I was like, oh my god, yes, you did play Survivor Buffalo, because I'm pretty sure I don't know who it was, but like they have mentioned Survivor Buffalo, so I did check out their like little social medias, and I was like, wait, okay, there. So that's where I saw Paul from. But with this cast, out of everyone so far, he is the more game body, basic person who will like. I don't see them going far.
No,
with this cast, he's gonna get eaten alive.
Maybe he's gonna be dragged.
Yeah,
maybe
it could happen.
I'm really excited to talk about this next person.
Yes.
That is such a bad way to end off like me talking about Paul.
Yeah, just get to the next one. No, in all seriousness, like I do hope Paul does well. It's just right now I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, same, honestly. But next is Marvin.
Let me find
Marvin the King.
Where is Marvin's photo? Did I not download Marvin? Fuck.
I forgot to download his photo.
Oh no. I thought I had everyone. I guess I just didn't have Marvin. Wait, let me do this real quick.
I can say right now, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to like at least have your volume all the way up. It's hard to hear him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Another short video.
Yes, we like that, especially at 4 a.m.
You need to sleep because you have work.
I do have work, but you know what? Sleep is for the weak, I guess. I don't know. Let's play Marvin's intro.
Yeah, you got the photo.
Oh, I literally can't hear him.
Yeah, it's hard to hear.
Interesting. Well, there goes me sleeping early. Well, in the meantime, viewers, if you haven't already, go follow Infinite Work on Facebook. Thank you.
Yes, Marvin.
Sorry, I wanted to whisper so y'all could still watch the video.
It just finished for me.
Should we whisper the entire video?
No. Hell to the no. I don't want to, this is not an ASMR segment.
All right, Aly, go ahead.
All right, with Marvin,
Stop, please. Please.
Besides his like video being kind of hard to hear at times, I do think he has the potential to make it pretty far. I see him making jury. He just seems like he's very like he knows the game, and I think he'll definitely use that to his advantage, and it'll be very beneficial for him. I can see him bonding with a few people. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't see him winning, but I see him getting maybe like third, fourth juror, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm excited to see him play. I don't have a ton to say. Obviously, like he's an icon from like I know I'm around the community. um, but yeah, I don't have a ton to say, but right now, but I'm excited to see how he does. I want him to do well. But yeah, as of right now, I see him being like in like early-ish jury.
So what I get from Marvin from that intro is calm, cool, and collected. Like that's the best way to sum up Marvin, I feel like, at least from what I got from that. And I think that's really going to help him because he's not going to be someone that I see Sean shaking their head, but I feel like he's not going to be someone who takes things very personally. I feel like he's going to be someone who is doing a lot of like strategic things, but he's not going to let that get to him. He's going to stay very reserved, but he's going to have this more like, strategic side, and I think that's definitely going to work in his favor. I don't know how far he's going to get in this game. The one concern I do have is what I've said with other people. He said he doesn't know Ascendance that well. He's not sure how he's going to like adapt to the format and whatnot. So we'll see how that really does go. But I do see him, I think, doing pretty well. He seems like someone who's going to work well with. He seems like someone that people are going to want to work with. So yeah, Sean, tell me why I'm wrong.
So I don't know if you watched one of Triumph's seasons. Marvin played.
I
He
didn't.
did get an early boot and then literally left the not the production. He left the alumni chat.
Oh my god.
So I feel like Marvin can go two ways in this game. He gets an early boot and leaves. I mean, I feel like everyone's going to leave in a classy way, but I feel like he's going to have strong feelings.
Yes.
When he leaves, Marvin will say what he wants to say. If he makes it to the jury phase and he gets booted, I feel like he's going to have a sour taste when he goes into the jury. But the one thing I do like about Marvin is the fact that like he is very adaptable. I think he, like I feel like if you know his profession, what he does outside of games, that makes him more like it's a reason why he's very adaptable. I'm gonna type it why because I don't know if I'm allowed to even say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
So
you can. I think he's taken like action shots with like the uniform on. So
he has, yeah.
Oh, makes sense. But like, I feel like that's why he's gonna make him adaptable. Social game, I feel like he's gonna do well there. He did mention that he's watched a few episodes of season 1, and that he's friends with some people from season 1. And just like Galen, I've known Marvin for years. Like we both came from the Instagram community. Like I've seen him play games on there. I've seen him do well. I've seen him actually play orgs too, but I don't think he's done well in the games I've watched him in. I do apologize for not casting you. I do regret I do regret not casting you for Inferno. So please apply next season, Marvin.
Yeah.
I feel like if he plays his cards right, because like I think no, actually that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I did tell him that to like, and like we have a streak on Snapchat and like stuff like that. Like Marvin's such a great guy. I want to get to know him more, even though I've known him for years. Like we've been acquaintances. But since he's known Peyton and friends with he's friends with Peyton, Jake, Galen. I feel like, assuming he's talked to them before applying, they've probably given him tips on what to do if he ends up applying and playing. So I feel like he has expectations going into the game, since he probably, hopefully, they did give him tips on what not to do. And hopefully he can actually carry those things out in the game. I do want to see him go far. I just don't know if he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna make single digits.
All right. So I think we said all we need to about Marvin. Now, next person we're talking about, I'm very excited for all three. The last three we're talking about, I'm all very excited for.
Oh, me too.
Would not have expected to see her on this cast, but I'm very excited that we are seeing her. Next person is Zoe.
Yes. Icon.
Okay, so right off the bat, love Zoe. Like, amazing person, really, really great player. Just very happy that she's on this cast. I've played, her game CTC, which is just one of the best games within the Org community. Everybody should play it. Apply for the latest season for sure.
Yes,
for John Buckley, Lyndon, Karen, amazing prot team.
Applications are still open.
Yes. Wait, what?
Applications are still open. Go apply.
Go
Yes,
apply for CTC.
Yes, they are. Go apply. Yeah, I'm excited to see how Zoe does. The one thing I will say is that she did mention that she really wants to see Keaton, and well, we'll talk about the next person. She's gonna get her wish. She's gonna get her wish because I think she's gonna do well. I think Zoe is someone who is just incredibly likable. I think people are naturally going to gravitate towards her. She said she wants to play more of this hero type game. That's what she naturally likes to do. And so I think that is going to mostly work out in her favor. The only concern I really do have for Zoe is I'm not sure if she's going to adapt to the format that well. I know she's usually really good at Big Brother games. Like, she gets really fucking far, but Survivor games are like very iffy with her. The one I played with her, she got first boot in. So I'm not entirely sure how she's going to do with the Ascendance format, but I hope she does really well, because if she does, I think if she can get past, if she can figure things out pretty quickly, I think she's making it very far. But that could potentially be something that hinders her game. Like I said, it's not unique to her. It's unique to, I've said the same thing to a lot of people who aren't as familiar with the format. I just hope she does really well. I was very excited to see her on this cast. Like I said, not someone I would have expected to see. But I'm very happy to see her because I think she definitely has a lot of potential.
Oh my gosh, I was so stoked to see that she was playing.
Yes.
Love her so much. She's definitely one of the best players in like the Skype community. And obviously CTC, one of the best games. She hosted me, and I just adore her, and I see a lot of potential in her. She's honestly another one of my winner picks, just because she is so good. I mean, obviously, like, she's gotten first boot before, but I mean, let's just like block that out because she's incredible and she's a great person, and I see her being super social, physical, strategic, and just like a triple threat, incredible. And I just see her bonding with like pretty much everyone, and like if she can really find her people in this game, she could like really use that to her advantage. So I have a lot of high hopes for her.
Oh, Zoe. I was not expecting Zoe.
I know.
You know, when she popped out, I was like, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Because I was, like, she hosted me in CTC, and each one of us played CTC. Again, not to repeat, but again, applied for CTC.
Amazing game.
Yes.
CTC Palawan, Philippines. Go apply.
CTC Lofoten, not the best, but other seasons are great.
We don't talk about that. I'm extremely excited to watch her gameplay because I actually don't even know how she plays. Not even in orgs. I know how she is as a host, a very, very professional host, and very fun to be with, fun to talk to. I feel like I'm one of Zoe's like outside circles, not inner circles, but outside circles. So whenever time she's like on a Zoom call, like she's really fun to talk to.
Yeah,
and I feel like she can. I feel like the one thing I feel like is going to hinder her game is adaptability.
Yes.
I feel like her social game's on point. I feel like that's going to help her, but I feel like the adaptability of like the fast pace of Ascendance is going to hurt her. Her mentioning Keaton, I mean, we're not to spoil anything, but like Keaton will be popping up next on our screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So her and Keaton, I feel like they're gonna work well. But
Yeah.
I feel like she needs to also keep in mind
that it's Keaton.
Yeah, she has to. She just has to be wary.
I feel like I'll mention this when we talk about Keaton, but I feel like she will probably be one of Keaton's downfall because she knows how Keaton plays.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like everyone here who knows, like if anyone has watched Penthouse, I feel like everyone would know how Keaton plays. But also, if you've
also all hosted Keaton
and played with him.
You've hosted Keaton?
Yeah, in a game that's not applause.
Oh.
For
yeah, I've hosted Keaton. Oh wait, we're not even talking about Keaton. Back to Zoe. Zoe is about I'm rooting for Zoe. This cast, honestly, when we do our draft, I feel like it's so hard to like pick.
It
I
is.
feel like we're gonna be fighting for a lot of players.
Yeah.
But Zoe especially, I feel like she's gonna go far. Far as in like I feel like she's gonna make it to the merge.
Yeah.
And I see her as like either early or mid jury boot. But other than that, that's all I have to say about Zoe. Other than she's a queen, legend, icon.
Yes. All right. Yeah. We got to speed things up here, unfortunately, because the last two we're back to longer videos here. But we did mention quite a few times who the next person is. So Aly, just go ahead.
This next person is the icon crackhead himself, Keaton. We love him.
And there goes the budget. What the hell happened to his microphone?
I would like to go last when we talk about Keaton. Welcome to the ASMR video at the moment while they finish their video of Keaton. Yeah, so.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay. We love the opera singing, but I'm going to cut you off.
That's my laugh.
It sounded like opera singing.
I was doing ASMR while y'all were watching a video.
Oh my God.
It's 4:30 in the morning, y'all.
It is 4:30 in the morning.
We still gotta do a draft.
We are fucking committed.
We have to do a draft too.
Yeah.
3
I
hours.
know. Jesus.
We got this. One more video and then we just
Yes, we gotta go quick here.
All right. So with Keaton, I mean, how can you not love him? He's like he's such an icon. He's hilarious. He's cracked. He's just he's honestly like one of the best players, honestly. Like he's like won or made it far like a good majority of games he's played.
Oh yeah.
He's just always so like hilarious. He's always so like over the top, but in such a good way.
Yes.
And he's always so fun and entertaining. Like he does not know how to be boring.
No.
And yeah, I can definitely see him and Zoe like teaming up, but also like Zoe's got to be careful because I mean he can be very snaky.
Yeah.
So yeah, just watch. He's definitely like I can see him making it super far. He's just got to be super careful because people can really catch on to him and like find out what he's doing, or like if he's like spreading info to everyone and then they like get back and it gets back to them. I don't see him making it like I don't see him getting pre-merge. As of right now, I see him like getting maybe like third. Because I can see the final two being like, yeah, he's like, you're like the biggest threat. We gotta cut you. Yeah. Either third or like third Sporcher, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see him play. He's definitely got a lot of potential, and like based on his intro, he's really passionate about this game, and like he's very excited to play. He has a lot of passion for it, and obviously he's played the Penthouse too, so he's got that connection. And I'm so stoked to see him like on this cast. I really want him to do well.
Listen, it's Keaton. He's a crackhead. He always kills it in these games. You got to root for him. You got to root for Keaton. The one thing I loved about this meet in particular is that it seems like he has a very good understanding of what he did wrong last time. He was 2-game body, wasn't human enough, and he wants to kind of like show that more human side of him. That is something that Keaton says he struggles with a lot, is the like social aspect of things. Sometimes he just gets a little too invested in the games and whatnot. And I think it seems like he is going to make a concerted effort to try to move past that, to try to do a different type of gameplay. So I think that could definitely work out for him. I think the only issue he's going to run into is the fact that it's Keaton and he can be very relentless in games, and sometimes he'll do things without really thinking through because he's like, this is the move, this is what I'm going to do, and sometimes it doesn't always work out for him. So I don't know. I think he has a lot of connections going into this game. That could be good, but it could also be a detriment. We'll just really have to see how it turns out for him, but I think he's going to do really well. I mean, I don't see him not making merge. Where he ends up going, I don't know, but I think he is definitely making merge, and I think he definitely is going to, like some people, he's going to leave some kind of impact on this game. He's going to be someone to watch out for sure. I am so excited to see Keaton play, and also so excited to talk about him on this season.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh shit, is it my turn?
Yeah. I did say Sean, go ahead.
Where do I even start? Because like, so again, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep repeating myself that I was on Ascendance production. I did host Keaton, and yes, Keaton did get blindsided with a vest in his pocket. He did play too hard, too fast in Spies in the Night. And like I don't know how they pulled that blindside off, but they did. I also watched him in Penthouse season 4, where he did did. Oh my God, English. He did get first juror. I think in the Penthouse, he relayed a lot of information. His mouth was the death of him in the Penthouse season 4, where I feel like there is a lot of fixing to do. Redemption from Spies in the Night. I just think his chaotic personality, I feel like this is going to mesh well with this cast.
Yes.
I really do. I see him actually going far this time around. And yes, I also played Ghost in the Past with Keaton.
He was a comp beast in that game.
Yes, he was. So like, I feel like Keaton, GameBot Keaton. Rewind the tapes. A game body Keaton on top of a chaotic good mess.
Yes.
Will definitely help him. Especially in the live game. Because I feel like this is where, personalities will start showing, and his personality will obviously be shown off the bat, where it will gravitate towards a lot of people. And I feel like, especially knowing Zoe, I feel like Zoe will keep Keaton under wraps. If he wants to do something chaotic, I feel like Zoe's there to like, okay, I think you need to hold off a bit. But also, I feel like, the next person that we're going to talk about also knows Keaton.
Yes.
So I feel like that's going to be because Zoe also hosted from what correct me if I'm wrong, but they played CTC, right? The last one. Okay, but anyways, playing it or not, but like Zoe still has a connection with this last person.
Well, they just played the mini, so like I guess that counts. And like Zoe was in that.
So they played, I guess, yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, we don't really count that because we're looking at it before they filmed.
Right.
So the reason why they probably have a connection now is because of this.
Right.
So like, I feel like it's going to be bittersweet seeing Keaton go early. I don't want that to happen. Do I see it happening? No. But like, I'd be shocked if I do.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we are going to our last person here that we are going to talk about. I was very, very excited to see this person on the cast. For sure. This is someone that we've had on our podcast before, actually, Aly. It is the legend, iconic Jodely.
Woo, I'm so excited.
Off the bat, the editing shows who's favorite.
I know. Hey, I played that kind of. Hey, I also played that.
back to the ASMR segment.
All right.
Oh, never mind. LOL. Okay, well, we're gonna wait for Kevin. LOL.
All right, so that was a very long video.
That's funny because this is the second time I've seen Jodely's.
I only watched the very beginning.
Same.
Jodely's the only Meet Me video I actually watched, like, start. Ooh,
Really?
Okay.
Start to finish.
All right. So with that being said, I talk about what you thought of their video. How you think they're gonna do?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting this. Okay. So I have history with Jodely. I mean, like, we didn't start engaging until I guess when Redacted actually, you know. Oh my God, Jodely's missed, making me cough. Till Redacted finished and ended the way it did. We played a lot of minis together. We weren't exactly on the same page when it comes to working together in minis. I've also played Ghost.
Gotta reiterate that. Played.
Didn't do well. Out of games, Jodely is such a funny individual. Funny. Very sarcastic, very, I wouldn't say shady, but like shady. And not in a bad way, like,
In a very like wholesome way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they did it in their intro video. I mean,
Yeah.
Stares at the comment he made about Keaton.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm gonna pinpoint. He mentioned two people that he does not want to see are in the cast: Keaton and Drew. So I'm interested on how Jodely's actually going to maneuver through those stages of playing a game with Keaton, who they know that is very chaotic, and they don't really typically work with chaotic people. That's probably why Jodely and I don't really get along, because I'm more chaotic than they are. And then with Drew, like, Drew cutting them. So hopefully they can either figure out a way to work with either Keaton or Drew, or who else? There's someone else in the cast that is from season 8. Who was
Erica.
it? Erica.
Yeah.
Erica and Chris.
So maybe we can see a season 8 alliance forming. I don't know.
Oh, season 8. I'm sorry, I meant to say season 9. Melissa's from season 8.
Okay, so maybe Jolie and Melissa can actually work together. Hopefully, Jodely, personality, check. Jodely, good in competitions, check. Jodely, strategic, check. Jodely literally checks off every single thing that you can actually want to vote for in the end when it comes to a player. Jodely, like they said in their intro video, in their Meet Me video, that people tend to underestimate them because in orgs, they are wearing a mask. They don't take them seriously. But you don't realize Jodely is such a under the radar player, strategically, socially, and physically, that you don't even know that they're about to come for you. They're literally, a silent killer.
Yeah.
And I will silently kill one of y'all. Just kidding. Once we get to the draft, because Jodely is someone that I want to be on my team.
We will see about that. We will negotiate after this.
Hello? Did you not see who gets first draft pick?
That is true. All right.
I love Jodely, so I can go on and on talking about Jodely, but y'all can go.
Oh my God, where do I even begin with Jodely? Look, as you know, I played Ascendance season 8, similar to how Sean played Ghosts of the Past. But the one thing I will definitely say from that season in particular is, there were a lot of people I liked in that game, but the person that I've continued to talk to the most is Jodely. They made such a great impression on me from the beginning. I love their energy. I love their sarcastic. I love their sarcastic nature. They're just such a fun, positive presence to be around, and I've continued to talk to them. They play in a lot of minis now and things like that. A lot of that was due to, I remember them like being kind of hesitant to do it. And then, we talked to them about potentially doing it. And now they do it on a regular basis to the point where they just won one recently. So that's really cool. But the thing about Jodali, getting more to a game perspective, is they are really fucking good at Ascendance. Both times they have played, they've made it super far. And that was not by accident. They are really good at this game. Something that Jodali does really well is that because of the fact that they're wearing that mask, you always think Jodali has you, because Jodali always puts on this personality of just someone who's here to have fun, someone who isn't really doing that much, someone who's just kind of like sitting back and just there for the entertainment. But Jodali's always thinking. Jodali always has something cooking up in terms of strategy. And that's something that I think that they do an excellent job with. The thing that I'm interested to see, though, is how is their game going to change without the mask? Because I feel like they need to play a little bit differently, because when they have the mask, they can, like they said, they can hide their facial expressions. They can hide, how they're really feeling about someone. They don't have that luxury now that they have abandoned the mask for this game. So I'm excited to see how that really changes things up. I think we're going to get a more heightened version of Jodali than we're used to seeing. And I'm very much here for that. I think we're going to get to see a lot more of, what Jodali is actually thinking. How are they, interacting with people, their facial expressions, their gestures. These are not things that we've seen from Jodali before. So I'm excited to see all of that. In terms of the Keaton and Drew thing, I actually think Jodali can turn this into a positive, because Keaton and Drew are going to know that Jodali is someone that they've played with before, and that both of them have played with before. And I think that if Jodali's able to talk to them, maybe they can work something out. All three of them are really strong players. I think if they can team up, like, they can easily work well together. I don't know if they can necessarily coexist, but I do think that that is something that they can easily turn to a positive. I don't see Jodali going for them super early on, but I do think Jodali is going to keep that in their, on their radar for sure. And I think that's something that Jodali is going to do really well with. Like you said, personality-wise, social-wise, strategic-wise, I mean, they really are the full package, I think, in terms of a player for this game. I see them going super far, possibly even winning. I'm so fucking happy that they're here. Like I said, in terms of that cast, and that I definitely feel like the closest to, and we do talk every so often, and Jodali always says that I'm someone that they consider one of their favorite people within the org community, because I really push them to play more minis, play more games, things like that. And that's something that I'm very happy of, that Jodali continues to thrive within the community. And I think this is going to be a really just amazing experience for them. So yeah, big fan of Jodali. So excited to see them play.
Oh my god, I was so excited and happy to see that they were cast. I've always enjoyed their presence.
Yes,
when we would go on Zooms with them and just have fun playing games and just chilling, and watching them as a player and playing minis and stuff with them. It's just always so enjoyable. They're so strategic and social. They're one of the most likable people ever, honestly. I see them. I can definitely see them going pretty far just because of that, but they're also very smart and good at comps, so they could almost win. They could just maybe get second, third, fourth. Honestly, I don't know. I can see them I don't even know what placement I could see them getting, but I definitely see them making it far. And also if they play their cards right, then they can definitely win. And with the Keaton and Drew thing, it could be used to their advantage. Maybe they'll team up. Who knows? Surprise us. Or maybe they'll. Yeah, I don't see again. I echo there that I don't see them going. I don't see them going for Keaton and Drew right away.
No, they're smart enough to not do that.
yeah, like maybe like right before merge or like at merge. But I'm excited to see that, and like obviously the adaptability, that's like a big thing. And I love them. They're so positive, they're so upbeat, they're so fun, and they're just a wonderful person to be around and such a great player overall. And I'm so excited to watch them play.
All right, so with that, that's the end of the cast assessment. Now let's get to the fun part here. I already have the draft set up, so don't even worry about that. I already made everything.
Are we going to do snake?
So we always do a snake.
Yeah,
so
we can.
Okay. God damn it.
Also, I determined the order on random.org, so go Sean, me, Kate, Heaven.
Okay, y'all already know. You already know who to put for my pick. Don't put them there. No. Oh, wait, that is me. Okay. I could not read. That is me. Okay.
Here, I can make it easier so that way it's
Period.
Okay. I can't get too mad at fucking 5 a.m.
The sun is literally rising for us, Kevin.
Oh, you're next.
Right. My first pick is the icon herself. One of my winner picks, Zoe.
Damn it. Okay. You know what? I had a feeling you were gonna pick this person first, Sean. You didn't. So give me Hot Girl Chris.
Okay, I'm not that mad. They were.
I'll take you one.
You got one more, right?
Oh yeah, I do have another one. Yeah, my other one. I was debating between the two of these people. But I think this person has the leg up against the other person I was going to choose. So I'm going to choose Taisha. Listen, I think
I'm so mad.
I'm so done. All right.
Anyway, your
next pick is going to be, honestly, you know what? Give me Keaton.
Okay. I was debating between Keaton and Taisha. So
okay. So honestly, was not expecting. I thought Aly was gonna pick one of. Totally was my first choice. The second one actually is going to be Wesley.
Okay.
Because icon shit. My beer pong buddy. And then I'm torn between these two people. Hopefully I get to pick them. If I not pick them. Give me Carson.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. This is so hard. I'm torn between like two for this one.
Me too.
You know what? This person, like I said, she's very likable, and I think she will go really far. I'm gonna pick Melissa.
Okay. That works out for me because I thought you were about to pick the person that I was going to. So give me Erica.
God damn it!
Snatching up all the good ones. Okay, I get another one.
Yeah.
Okay. My second pick here. I was very impressed by, like I said, this person's Meet Me. Didn't really know them all that well, but I got to pick Thomas.
All right.
This cast is so good.
I know.
There's not a lot of bad picks. There's really
Literally.
not.
Well.
Well. All right. My next pick is going to be Christopher.
That's literally who I was going to pick next. Oh, no.
God. Okay, who's left? I can't really... Hold on, let me make my screen full screen.
We have Kennedy, Marvin, Ryan, Eric, Jake, Drew, and Paul.
So my next pick is going to be Marvin.
Okay.
And then my other pick is actually going to be... Oh, God. I'll go with Eric.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You're next.
My next pick is going to be. I'm gonna pick Drew.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Guys, please give me a break here.
I'm just gonna just so I can take one for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Going for the team.
Because Sean did not want to talk about her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get one more. Out of these three.
Oh, am I gonna get?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie at my last choice.
You know what? I'm gonna take one for the team and pick Paul.
All right, so you have Jake.
I wanted Paul, actually. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's very quirky. And I like I said during his cast assessment, like he's someone I would gravitate to if I played the game. Yeah.
All right, so just to recap for Sean, they have Jodalie, Wesley, Carson, Marvin, Eric, and Jake. Aly has Zoe, Keaton, Melissa, Christopher, Drew, and Paul. And then I have Hawkgirl Chris, Taisha, Erica, Thomas, Kennedy, and Ryan.
I don't have any women on my team. This is sad.
Oh, that's true.
Wait, what?
I said I don't have any women on my team. This is sad.
Oh,
Every woman I wanted was taken.
Because we took all of them.
Especially Taisha. You know how Taisha's my girl. You know.
Listen. I know, but at the same time, like she's definitely a big contender to win. But anyway, thank you for those who have stuck with us for fucking almost 4 hours here.
Literally,
I have to work in like
6 hours, maybe
6
5.
hours. Thank you for being better at math than me.
I mean,
technically 4 if you're looking at it.
Fuck,
you have to wake up an hour early, right?
Yeah,
oh my god, I wonder if
wake up in like 4 hours. So that's.
I hope people actually watch this when it goes live.
Yeah, hopefully that is the case. Before we do close things out, Sean, I'm going to give you a chance to do your little outro, whatever you want to do. At 5 a.m.
Well, I just want to say it is an honor to be part of this Ascendance Live Season 2 cast assessment and draft, and I can't wait to talk about each episode and interview every person who gets eliminated. Again, I feel like I don't want to toot my own horn, but like I feel like I'm the best person to choose just because I know the ins and outs. Well, I shouldn't say I know the ins and outs, but like I've started Ascendance a while ago, and I have a huge heart for Ascendance. I have a huge love. I have a huge love for Ascendance, and it's a big part of my heart. And I know like Matthew, Papa, and Nicole already know how much I really, really enjoy watching Ascendance, and I'm really proud of them. But this is my outro. Yes, right there. You can follow me on Twitter, even though I don't really use Twitter anymore. So tune in Wednesday for the first ever Inferno finale.
Yes.
The final pit. The final pit will be on Wednesday at I'm pretty sure it's going to be at night. We don't have a set time yet, but tune in. Kevin here is a juror, so he'll be casting a vote.
Yes.
For Kevin during his jury speeches. Go there. And then if you are staying and watching the finale, stay tuned. There is going to be a promo for season 2. And a very exciting announcement. So if you haven't already, go follow Inferno at Inferno.org on YouTube and Inferno.org on Facebook.
Yes, a lot of great things going on there. Always support Inferno. Amazing game all around. Very much big fan. But before we do close things out here, we do have a couple things to plug, Aly. Applause Survivor is a thing. Yeah. This is, for some reason, I put up the fucking VL wallpaper, but Applause Survivor, it's going to be great. This season is Hairspray and 60s theme. Aly and I are trying this again. Didn't really work out the last time when we hosted, but I think it's going to go a lot better now.
Yeah,
we have our good friends Jen and Madison on prod with us. So we're very excited to see how that turns out. Madison did do all of our graphics, so if you love those, go to her. She is getting credit for all of that.
So good. Incredible.
It's gonna be a really fun game, I think. So definitely apply if interested.
Yeah, we have so many fun things planned, and we're very excited to have everyone watch or participate. And
what do you have planned?
Please.
I'm kidding.
Oh, well, apply and find out. But anyway, yeah, so that should be a really fun game. Also, you can look forward to more conversation with Kely stuff. We are going to be covering Ascendance Live from here on out, but we are going to continue our regular episodes as well beyond Ascendance Live. So we're going to try to.
Our next one next week is going to be covering the iCarly in season 1 and 2. So it'll be really fun.
Also, shout out to Sean for all these amazing graphics. We love them. So definitely.
So good.
Yes.
If you reach out to Madison for graphics and she cannot reach back, you can always reach out to me because Madison, Madison will always come first. The queen. Listen,
I just want to see a co graphics between you and Madison because it would just be it would be heavenly. It would be amazing.
I love that.
Yes, I would love to see that turn out. But anyway, we got to end this because I got to go to bed. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This very long video. I'm glad we were able to pull this off because I think it's going to be a really great season for sure. We'll see you guys in our next video. And remember, couples who podcast together, stay together. Love you.